With me here today is one of my great friends and co-workers in a way.
Yeah.
How do you want to introduce yourself?
Uh,
What's your name?
my name is Lorenzo Pineda, and I'm 18.
Damn, full government name?
You gotta embrace the last name, you know what I mean?
I get what you mean. For many of you who don't know, me and Lorenzo met over music. Actually, that was kind of our main spark into getting to know each other.
Yeah.
And through that, we got to really become friends and have some decently deep talks here and there, which sparked the idea for him to come on to the podcast. So I'm very grateful that he wanted to even come on. Give us a little backstory on you. Who are you, really?
Okay. Well, my parents had me when I was 21.
Okay.
So, like, their financial decision, like, their financial, how do you say it? Like, their financial...
Situation?
Financial situation wasn't really the best
Mm-hmm.
when they had me. My parents have always been hustlers since the very beginning. So it's always a big shout out to them. I mean, they've got me. Without them, I don't think I would be the person that I am today. And they've really, like, helped me grow over the years. All their, their hard work to get where they are now. I mean, we used to live in a townhouse, splitting rent. That's how it used to be. Bounced to my grandma's house for a couple of years. Bought our first house. They bought their first house, I'd rather say. And I want to say, I don't remember the years. It's been a couple years since they bought their first house. From there, it's been a skyrocket all the way to the top, man, for sure. And yeah, I mean, from that, I mean, I've always loved sports since I was a kid. My uncle really got me into sports. Like, I love soccer. That's probably my favorite sport. Football, as a lot of people like to call it. Both of my parents are Mexican as well. Both immigrants came to this country. So, I might be like a little, like, you see me white-skinned, green eyes, and you're like, oh, he's white. Like, people have never thought I was Mexican. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, like, it's always when I bust out the Spanish, it's when, they believe it.
Yeah.
And, you see my parents, you see the lifestyle that I live, and then you realize that we're Mexican. But, I mean, Mexican, Salvadorian, white, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You all grew up the same with our cultures. I like to say that I'm religious, mm-hmm. but sometimes I kind of feel like a lukewarm Christian. Mm-hmm. I think that I don't live every day praising the Lord, and that's what I've been trying to get better at, build a relationship with Him, and, try to focus on my relationship with Him, because I feel like with God by your side, everything comes easy in life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
But yeah, that's about it. I mean, there's nothing really special about me. I got into music. I met my friend, his name is Stefan. I met him freshman year. We connected through, I remember this, so we connected through Baby Keem. He was showing me, we would listen to Baby Keem together, and then from there, he showed me a song. And I was like, nice. Like, that's pretty cool. I was already making music with my friend Dwayne. Shout out to Dwayne. He's also an artist. But not really taking it serious, of course. Like, I was just doing it for the fun with Dwayne. Mm-hmm. Like, I've always had lyrics, but never had the setup to, make anything happen or, like, want to take it far. So with Stefan and them, like, when I met Stefan, it was like he got me into this music, and I started making music with him, and I was like, you want to what? Like, I have something for this. Like, let me get into it. And then from there, me and Stefan got really close. And from me and Stefan when we got really close, I became friends with another one of Stefan's friends, Dom. And that led to me meeting Julian. It was my first ever studio session, you could say. And when I got into the studio, I kind of had, like, stage fright. To be honest, I couldn't think of anything to rap about, which was weird. Because how Julian knows me now, when it comes to making a song, I can make one
30 minutes?
Easily, like, pretty quick. Mm-hmm. It all depends on the day, to be honest. On my first time coming here, I was like, I can't do it.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, I couldn't. And from there, like, me and Julian started hanging out more. And, like, we got close other than the music stuff. So like, yeah, like I'm very grateful to have Julian as a friend. He's an amazing person to be around, to be honest. So I mean, without my friends, I wouldn't be able to also be the person who I am today. They influenced me a lot. Sometimes bad, sometimes very good, but it all comes with life.
What's always intrigued me about you is, and you kind of showcased it here, is the way you put your family first. That's
Yeah.
something that we don't really see in this generation. I mean, given there's some, but I think you do it to a level that not a lot of people do it to. I mean, when I asked you who you are, you immediately started with your family.
Yeah.
So kind of tell me, have you always been like that? Have you learned and grown to be like that? How do
I think, of course, as a kid, you don't cherish your parents as much. When you're a young kid, you know, you always want to go to be an adult. You know, it could take you back to, you know, being at Toys R Us, being at your favorite store, looking for a toy, and you're like, your mom says no, your dad says no, and you're like, I can't wait to be an adult and like, you know, get it myself, get it my own. You know, they say no when like you're not making your own money to you buying your own stuff. So like, let's say when I got into high school, it was like a hard hit. Like I kind of realized how life was to a certain extent with everything, relationships, the people you have around you is very important. And I realized that at the end of the day, you are going to have a good circle of friends, of course. And I've always tried to keep my friends to people that I know I can trust and that I can have around my kids, because that's how I see my parents. They only bring me about people that they can trust around their kids. You know what I mean? So they bring very, very good people around me. My family members, they're very good people. They always help me with everything. Very grateful for them. But to go back to the topic about the parents, I mean, that's just how they shape me. You know, when everything hit me with the high school, the only people that I kind of had was my close friends, of course, but my parents. And over time, when it comes to, you know, having your first car, paying things off, you realize the people that you have by your side are your parents. And all they've tried to do throughout your whole life is try to get you to that point, right? But that's my case because my parents are together still, thank the Lord. Other people, you know, divorced. The divorce rates are a lot higher these days as well. But that's why that's also another reason why I cherish them more. They're together, we're a healthy family, and I'm blessed to have that, you know what I mean? They do everything for me. They help me out with everything, and they always try to push me to be the best person I can be. I mean, with a lot of things, like back to what I was talking about with my dad, he has his, you know, he has 4 companies, you could say, all for different things, trucking, a granite company, and then he's a contractor overall. He also builds houses now and flips them. So everything's been going very well for him. And, you know, for him to take me under his wing and be able to be like, I trust you in running these businesses for me and, you know, taking over one day. That means the world to me. He set me up for life completely, and I'm in a way better situation than probably 90% of the people here in the country. So I'm very glad for them, and you know my gratefulness is always shown to them, and that's why I always try to put them first, because at the end of the day, that's all you're gonna have. If everybody else was to leave you, you always have your parents in your corner.
You definitely have a great deal of mindfulness and awareness of the situation and the opportunities you've been granted. Would you say you're very much present in most of the moments that you are in?
I think so. I think I've always been very present. Like I've always tried to be by my parents' side, always. So I've always taken in everything that I've saw, everything that I've seen. You know, I've been through a lot, and you know, it's all part of the journey. You know.
Do you think your parents having you so young kind of influenced more of this mindset? Like if they had you older,
I think
would it be
it better like my relationship with them because I can connect to them easier. Like they graduated high school in the 2000s, so like they know how things go. Times haven't changed that much. You know, definitely with a lot of, you know, things that we do now have increased a lot more and is very different from their time. But I mean, it's not that far off. So that's why I have a close relationship with my dad and my mom, because they're young. So that's also another thing that like influences me. Like I don't want to have kids old. Like I don't want to be that old dad. You know what I mean? I want to have my kids young. But then that also plays into like, yeah, I want to have my kids young, but I have to find the right partner, etc. It's a lot. So
You lean into a very traditional mindset of family, familial values. So those hold an important place in your heart.
yeah,
My question is, you are religious, correct?
yeah,
So do you think your values from there also stem from your religious point of views?
for sure. I think for sure, especially, I mean, it's kind of just being Mexican, to be honest. I mean, you grow up and you see, you know, your mom is usually, not to, put stereotypes out there, but she's the stay-at-home mom, and the dad is the breadwinner. That's how it's always been. And that's how my family is as well. But my mom is a dual threat. She does everything in the household as well, with the help of my grandma. Shout out my grandma, I love her. With the help of my grandma, but she's also dual tasking. She's the mastermind behind all my dad's businesses. Because my dad's like me. Like, I get his traits. Like, I'm like my dad. I spend money quick. I see money, spend it. Not very well with managing it. My mom is a genius with it. She handles all that. My dad can't even have his own debit card. So it's like my mom's really the mastermind behind that. And that's kind of what I look to have in my partner. Somebody that I can work as a team with and, still have that level of respect between each other and always just, go forward with things. Especially when it comes to marrying somebody. When you marry somebody, it should be forever. You're going to have ups and downs, of course. It should be faithfulness, and you guys should last an eternity. That's what it is. So, yeah, that's kind of what I look for in a partner as well.
Many people with these traditional values that you hold find themselves in a place where they consider it the one and only way of life. In order to live a fulfilling life, this is the way you shall live. Do you see yourself thinking that way, or are you more open-minded to other ways of life that people may live?
No, of course, I'm more open-minded. I think times have changed a lot from, seeing my parents. Of course, your significant other is going to want to also, have her job, work as well, do her things, And that's a sacrifice that you have to make. Not really a sacrifice, but that's like, oh, she has all these traits, and you just have to narrow it down to the traits you like the best. Because not everyone is going to be perfect for you, of course. But whoever has the most traits that you like the most, that's who you should make it work with. And as long as you guys can make it work together, it should be good. That's just kind of what I've seen, So that's what I look for. But everybody has their own goals. A lot of people go to college. A lot of them want to be nurses. All the above. So it's kind of the thing that you have to, go hand in hand with.
You said that a lot of your values come from the religious place. Have you ever struggled with your spirituality or religion? Because I know you said you're lukewarm.
Yeah, I definitely have. I mean, in this generation, it's kind of difficult to not be. I mean, not to, put that out there, of course. Shout out to all the people that really, putting down for their faith, keeping their holiness, doing everything. But, I mean, I've fallen into lust. I've fallen into lust. I've done other things. Drunk alcohol. I cuss. I make music that doesn't really resemble, like, the Lord himself. So, I mean, I always get lost. But, I mean, I'm not trying to make it religious, of course, but, I mean, that's like, the goal, like, Jesus died on the cross for our sins. So I believe that, like, if I have faith in him, I can go to heaven and live an eternal life with him. Of course, you have to make all the steps to be there, but no one is perfect, not including me, and I'm not one to judge other people as well.
That's great, man. I mean, I think spiritually talking, the Bible can give a lot of wisdom and clarity, and I think you actually are more Christian than what you really perceive yourself as. You're a very kind-hearted individual. You're very charitable. You're very open-minded. I don't see you discriminate towards anyone ever. In many cases, I see you more Christ-like than many of the people who go to church sometimes that I've met. So don't hold yourself too low on that one.
Yeah.
But keep in mind, I'm also talking as an agnostic who kind of just isn't really religious, but also is not religious.
Yeah.
But we were talking one of these few times about kind of the philosophy that one of our friends have of kind of just living life as it goes. And I think you had some pretty good contentions towards that I really want to explore, because he was very much adamant about just living the best life you can, kind of doing whatever. And you're not against it, but it's just not the way you live your life all the time.
Yeah.
I say there's some moments, but...
Yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, live your life to the fullest at all times. I mean, when you come onto the earth, there's only one thing that's promised, and that's death. So, you always want to live life to the fullest, do what you have to do, of course. That's the mentality that I go with it too, to be honest. But you always have to put priorities first. I think in his situation, he's always doing something, which is good. And that's what keeps him afloat. That's amazing. And I just think that, you should put time to the side. Because if you don't have that relationship with your family, try to build it. Whether you like it or not, one message, a simple message to your parents, to your loved ones of, I love you, out of the random, that would make their day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because it's not really too often that you're saying it as just out of the blue. You know what I mean? Or giving them, like, have a great day today. I love you. That will make their day. You know what I mean? So, like, if you're just putting time, take a day to, debrief yourself, relax, chill at home one day. Even though, like, there's nothing to do at home sometimes. Of course, there's always something to do. You can clean and shit. Mm-hmm. But, like, you could just take a day to debrief, relax. It's kind of how I go about it, Nothing's wrong with that way of living, though, of the specific person we're talking about, kudos to him.
He's a great dude.
Yeah.
It's always a great time whenever we hang out with him.
Yeah. He's a bright soul. Like, he always lights up the room. So that's why 100%. I think he always likes being out.
I love being around him and inviting him. For a while, he annoyed me, but then I kind of started to, like...
He does. He is annoying. He is annoying.
He can get annoying sometimes, but, like, I fucking love the dude. Yeah. Like, it's so weird.
When you're with him, it's just, like... He's always going to say something to make you laugh. If it's awkward, if it's funny, if it's not funny, like... He'll make you laugh.
But even then, he turns on this, like, maturity in certain situations where I'm like, where the fuck were you hiding this?
Yeah, like, where'd it come from? Like,
I know.
Like, there's, like, certain people that, like, literally that have the same attributes. Like, there's certain people that I can't even talk to because I haven't unlocked that side of them yet, where it's like, all right, can you be serious sometimes, though? Mm-hmm. But I don't look at him as an immature person. I think he's mature, and he just lives his life to the fullest,
Mm-hmm.
all the time.
And it's a great mindset. It's one that I've tried to emulate more in my life, because originally I was more like you in terms of traditional and just kind of the values that you hold. But over time, I've come to develop a more absurd mindset in the view of life that comes with my battle with Christianity, my own religion, where I start to find life having no value.
Yeah.
Because if there is no afterlife and there is no God, then there is no meaning in my actions. It doesn't take away from the fact that I still want to live a good, fulfilling life. But in reality, the grand scheme of everything has no importance. How do you find yourself viewing that kind of mindset?
I mean, bro, I've had the same doubts as you all the time. I mean, there's always a night where you're there and your inner thoughts are kicking in. There's no God. What's going to happen? I've thought about you die and you end up coming back as a wolf. Or, but that's not the Bible. You know what I mean? Or you die and what? Like, I'm just like in this dark place? Or do I come back as another human? Mm-hmm. Or am I put in another soul? I don't know. I don't have the answers. Nobody has the answers. At the end of the day, whether you're Islamic, you're a Buddhist, like any religion you are, there's no set in stone proof of anything. There's no proof of what's going to happen when we die.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. I don't even think there's like a feeling. You know, sometimes I'm like, how does it feel? Like, I wonder, like, what would it be like? Would it hurt? Like, I'm scared. Like, I'm scared of death, to be honest. But I've kind of come with the thing where it's like, it's bound to happen. It's gonna happen. I'll never know when. But all I can do is believe that there's an higher being in which I chose to be God and Jesus because I've read the Bible. Not fully. I'm going to Bible study actually with my friends, trying to pick more down and, you know, trying to nitpick it. But I mean, I watch debates about religion, and I just think that Christianity is the one with more solid evidence and more believable, like more trustable insight on it. So that's why I just, you know, try to believe and have my faith as much as possible. I think for you, in your case, you would kind of just have to look at it as there has to be like something more than just science. You will know? Because science can't tell why we're programmed, how we're programmed. Science can't tell that. Science can't tell like what we're thinking. Science can't read our inner mind. You know, we have our own souls. You know what I mean? So I just don't think that science is everything. Science is everything, but there's definitely something higher that causes a lot of, you know, more things to happen. So I just kind of just tried to pick my faith and go with it.
That's kind of the reason why I'm more agnostic, where I can't fully prove God's existence, but I can't not prove it either.
Yeah.
Because there's certain things where the capacity of everything and the intensity and complexity of life, even down to just this couch, you know, there's so many layers upon layers that really go into it, but we just observe it as this couch.
Yeah.
Another part would be the consciousness. We really don't know what that is. We have ideas. But it's really a complex thing. Like, one of my favorite questions is, what if you just didn't have a memory?
Yeah.
Like, would you really be conscious? Because if you can't remember what you just did, you can't really live life.
Yeah.
So is memory a part of consciousness, or is memory an attribute to consciousness? It's weird.
Yeah, it is. But that's like, once again, that's like the deeper level questions you're asking yourself. I mean, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that is like, if we didn't have this, could we have this? I mean, they all go hand to hand at the end of the day. But that's where it goes more towards there has to be a bigger explanation to all of this, you know? One of the things that I like to look at, I haven't verified it for sure yet. No, I think it is verified. Just the source might not be the best, according to some of the things that I've read. But for example, I'm pretty sure in a mountain in Turkey, you can see Noah's Ark in the mountains, or it's inside, like preserved in the mountains, and you can see a little bit of it. I have to look it up. Not right now, but
I remember a similar article, but it was only a headline.
yeah.
I didn't read into it, but I didn't hear much of it, so it might have just been a flop. I mean, we get so many of those, like, they found this, found that, but it turns out to just be...
Oh, I mean, it's a lot of things like the Red Sea. They've been saying for years, of course, about the Jesus coming back to Earth.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of the signs that are in the Bible cause that. I mean, slowly by time though, the Bible does, you know, keep coming to life. One of the things that we can see with that is like global warming, something to talk about in the Bible. I mean, yeah, the Earth is getting fooled if you look at it in a religious perspective. A lot of sinners, a lot of bad people, a lot of worse things happen over time, especially in our country. I think it's very unregulated. And, I mean, you look at a lot more things, like a lot more things different. The government, for example, I think their main goal is to split us apart. Democrat, Republican, whatever you are, there should always be humanity. One thing that that I've been looking at a lot more is that the Republican Party likes to hide behind religion.
Mm-hmm.
They like to hide behind religion and morals, right? Because that's why I say I like the Republicans better, because of morals. More traditional. Christians, right, like to call themselves. And the Democrats is more Gen Z, in my opinion, right? So it's like there's a lot of values that, I preserve that I think align more with the Republicans. But at the same time, there's a lot of good things that the Democrats have to say. For example, why isn't healthcare free in the United States? Why? I don't know. Canada's healthcare is free. Why isn't ours?
The majority of first world countries have free
Healthcare.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? But not the United States, the richest country. The Republicans, I feel like when it comes to money, are very heavy on getting a lot. And they try, especially our leader right now, our president, Trump, he does good things that overshadow the bad. For example, right now it just came out that he's going to give out $2,000 stimulus checks off the tariff profit, which is like, okay, $2,000, but in our economy, how far can $2,000 get you as an adult?
That's the crazy thing. He raised prices.
Yeah.
And then just gave us the money back. But in reality, $2,000 doesn't do shit if prices continue to be this high. We're losing more than what we're gaining back. And I think a lot of people just look like, oh my God, free $2,000 without looking at the actual math of your spending.
Yeah. I mean, for example, me, I look at it as like, okay, oh my God, $2,000. I don't got nothing to worry about, though. You know what I mean? My parents, though, is like, $2,000. What am I going to do with this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, cool, $2,000. My mom went to Costco last week, dropped $600. Like,
it's groceries for 2 weeks, 3
yeah.
weeks.
Give or take. We're a big family. So, I mean, it's kind of like a lot of things get overshadowed with the bad. At the end of the day, I think that the only way that we can overcome the government that we have right now is if we were all come together, which is never going to happen. I mean, you can see it everywhere. Black on black crime, Hispanic on Hispanic crime, Hispanic on black crime. You see crime everywhere. White on black, black on white, white on white. Which white on white isn't that much, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. But like, you see like crime everywhere, especially in areas of poverty, which is a thing where it's like unless you make it to yourself to get out of that cycle of life that you're living, you're never gonna be able to make it out.
100%. No, you're putting people in a situation in which they're forced to do bad things. Like, the way I think about it is, if I've been homeless for 10 years, God forbid, and I don't see a way out, chances are I'm going to become a drug addict.
Yeah.
Like, if I don't see any, I've been doing this shit for 10 years and nothing's working out, yeah, I'm probably going to do some fucking crack here and there.
Yeah. I mean,
it's just the system that we set up, and then we blame these individuals for not getting themselves up. Okay, how are they even supposed to get a job if they don't have a phone? Most interviews now are over the phone. They contact you via email, and we do not have enough public resources and availability of these resources to give these individuals a good head start and a level playing field, honestly. Because once you fall, you ain't jumping back up.
Yeah, it's difficult to get down, to get up from the bottom, for sure. I think a lot of it has to do with people also abusing the system. I think, to be honest, when you're in poverty, it's a constant cycle, right? To give an example, you're born into a family where all your cousins are gangbangers, your dad's a gangbanger, you're on the south side of Chicago. What's the most likely thing you're going to do? You're going to focus on school, go to college, and make a better living for yourself? Or are you going to become a gangbanger with them?
You're probably going to become a gangbanger with them. It's all around you.
Exactly. And I've seen that firsthand with my uncles, some uncles, some cousins. And they get into a bad cycle, even though some of them have their life already given to them. It's just things that you jump into. I mean, even in suburban schools today, people want to act, how do I say it, tough. right? They want to act like they're tough and, you know, they're the baddest of them all. So what are you going to do? Say you're a gangbanger, right? So, like, then you're doing drugs, then you're stealing shit, and it's a constant cycle. It's no good. And matter of fact, people that do it in suburban areas, why are you degrading yourself? You know what I mean? One thing that I don't like to say is that they can't do it because my parents did it from nothing. I mean, they came from a whole other country, and citizens do get a lot of benefits. So they came from a whole other country, and it's difficult to make it happen. But now we're higher middle class, like beyond blessed. They broke the cycle. They made it happen.
It's not impossible.
Everybody can make it happen. Is it a rough case to make it happen? Yes, because you're stuck seeing the same things you're seeing every day.
You need extreme mental clarity and perseverance, and even then, luck.
Yeah, like
shit ton of luck.
You gotta know what you want. Whatever you want to do. I mean, at the end of the day, we're in the United States. Yes, kind of. It is a pretty shitty country in our eyes, but the United States for everybody is like a gold mine. This is the land of opportunity.
But I think that's how we view ourselves. I think there's a lot of great opportunities in the United States, but we are low in a lot of categories. What we're high in is our rate of incarcerated individuals, and our wealth is horribly distributed. It's the top, I forgot what the number was. There's more wealth divide than there was before the French Revolution. When people rioted in the streets because the rich kept getting richer, the poor getting poorer. Yeah. It's worse in today's America than it was back then. Yet we still see no class consciousness around it.
I agree with that. I do. I think that over here, though, in the United States, if you want to make it happen, you can make it happen. To be honest, I've seen so much things. I mean, let alone trades right now. From what I've seen, because that's what I'm experienced in, and that's what I even do myself. Bro, who's going to want to do trades? Everyone's going to college. Everyone wants to do a job that you don't have to do much work for. And, I mean, to be honest, trades are going to be making a lot of money in the future, for sure. Plumbing, electricity, all that's going to be making a lot of money. Welding. I mean, that's the way to go out, for sure. And start your own company, have your workers, then retire. You know what I mean? That's how you can make a way of life. I've seen so much immigrants do that.
But if everyone does that, then no one does it.
Exactly. But also with all the resources we have for college today as well, a lot of people that I've seen go to college get bad degrees. Get degrees in things that they don't even know what they're going to do. They go to college to go to college. Get away from their family. And just have a free, clean slate. You know what I mean? On the other hand, if you're going to college and you know what job you want to do, you're doing a good job, you looked at the income, and you're going to go get it, you're going to get it. That's what you're going to college for. You're going to get it. And you don't have to work another day in your life. You work, make your money. It's a high-income job, and you just keep grinding. A lot of people also go to college, back out, and that's why I think that another thing is school doesn't really promote other options other than college, if we're being real. It only promotes college. Whenever you're in class, when the counselors come in, when the people come in to tell you about your options, college. Always. If not, the Army. One of the two. That's what you get talked about. Why don't they talk about all the other stuff you can do? And not even that. Look at social media nowadays. Anybody can be an influencer for whatever they love. It takes grind, passion, hunger. You got to keep doing it over and over again. You don't start from, you don't start at 1 million views. You got to start from the bottom. Get up there. You can see with everybody. That's like one of the things that I find myself lost in, especially when it comes to my music. I'm not hungry for it. Why? Because I already have my life set up. Even then, right now I could be making 10K, 20K a month if I wanted to. Anybody could. Any teenager could. Clipping. You could be a clipper. You could day trade. You can invest your money into bigger things. But why don't we? Because some of us aren't hungry. We don't want it bad enough. For example, I live an amazing life. I have nothing to worry about right now. But I'm starting to realize I have to get hungry. I have to live like I have nothing. Because if I don't, I'm not gonna amount to anything. I'm gonna be lazy. You know what I mean? You have to have that drive. If you don't have that drive, you're not gonna get nowhere.
What about those who are hungry and they have that drive and they do it, but they don't make it? Because there are those individuals.
For sure. I think it's all a trait. I mean, for sure. I mean, from what I've seen, when you're hungry, you make it. For sure. To the people that are hungry and don't make it, it has to do with other problems. I feel like if you're hungry, you're on a clean slate, you're going forward, pushing forward to whatever you want to get, you're going to get it. If you're posting videos on YouTube for 10 years straight, on the daily.
But there's some people who don't. I mean, we only see
the people that do.
We only see the people that do. We never see the people that don't.
I think it's a lot of people that do, though. And, like, everybody makes their own audience. Everything's subjective. What you like to watch is subjective. What you like to listen to is subjective. Everything's subjective. You can make it happen anywhere. Everybody likes their own things. When you find your audience and your target market, skyrockets. And if you know your target market down to a pulp, it's easy money. Legit, easy money. Like, if you know the countertops, target market, middle class, high middle class, age, 30, has a house, pays off their mortgage. You look at that target market, where you go for that? Facebook, right? Facebook is a social media where a lot of older people, you could say, are active on it. And, you know, you look at that, boom, advertise there. Advertise on other sites. You get it done. You know what I mean? That's just countertops. I mean, anything you want to sell. A lot of teenagers also make money off drop shipping. That's also a lot of money. You just have to be hungry for it. Because, of course, everybody can do it. But if you're not going to consistently put in effort, you're not going to make it happen. That's with everything. Everything in life. Sports, you don't train hard enough. You don't keep it pushing, you're not going to happen. Sports, a lot of it is, though, on talent. Talent and genetics. So that's different. You know, you could be tall, 6'8", put in less work than a 5'10" player, but you're going to make it to the NBA. He's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of disadvantages with a lot of things. For example, me, I have a head start. I have the money. I have the money to promo. I'm in a position where I can promo however much I want. Somebody else might have to work a 9 to 5, and I might not have all the time to promo. You know what I mean? So I think it's a lot, but you just got to chase it.
How are you applying this to your own life? How will you apply this to your own life? Because I know you said that you're kind of struggling with that right now.
Yeah.
But if you know all these things, why don't you do it?
Because I'm lazy.
Well, then how do you overcome that?
You have to live like you got nothing. Legit.
Well, how do you live if like you got nothing if you've never known what nothing is like?
Because I've seen what nothing's like. You know what I mean? Like I said, like I was living with my grandma. I saw how my parents struggled firsthand. I saw how my mom had to work all the time to get us where we are today. Go to a good school. Live in a nice area. Have my own car. I don't have to worry about nothing, right? So there's going to be a time where it comes right now. Maybe because I'm in school. I'm more comfortable right now. Nothing to worry about. Go to school. Get your stuff done. That's it. I go home. Lay down. If not, go play volleyball. When it comes to playing volleyball, I have the dedication to be the best. Why can't I break out of my shell and be the best at making money? I ask myself the same question every day. I don't know why I can't get it done. My most logical reason is I live too comfortable. Legit. I have nothing to worry about. So I think the only way that I'm going to be able to break out of that is by being uncomfortable. That's the only way.
How do you put yourself in those positions?
Try to take more responsibility, I think. I think I'm going to try to, as soon as I get out of high school, help parents with the bills. Tell them to make me pay for something to where I know I had to go get it. If not, I can't live there or something, you know?
Yeah.
Like, when I have, like, something on the line, you have to go get it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, parent-teacher conferences are coming up. My mom says I have a bad grade, I can't do nothing. I get on the grind. why can't I always be on the grind in school though?
Mm-hmm.
That's what sucks. Like, I need to know something bad's gonna happen, or if not, I'm good. That's what I mean by I live too comfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
You need the fear of consequence.
yeah, for some reason.
What about fear of self-consequence? Because if you're always fearing consequence, then you're just scared.
Yeah.
But you're not building any discipline. So how do you become your own parent? Because your parents aren't always going to be there.
Yeah.
So how do you get to a point where, oh shit, I got to do better, not because I need to be, but because I'm making myself do it? How do you develop that own discipline for yourself?
Well, I've tried to build a discipline in sports.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I mean, I've been taking volleyball as a hobby. I got into it a year ago with my cousin. And we go against a lot of competitive people, ex-college players, going to leagues.
Mm.
I've been playing in adult league since I was 16. Don't tell nobody. But that's what's gotten me better, going against better competition.
Mm.
And I always work hard, try to go to the gym, try to better myself. But then I take it into what you say. How do I push myself to be the best in another aspect? Because when it comes to a sport, I don't want to be the worst.
Mm-hmm.
That's my mindset.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be the best, right? But when it comes into the real life perspective of it, why don't I make all the money there is? I don't know. Because there isn't that, like, making money isn't as easy as it seems,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So it's like, you try, you know, you get that motivation for a day. Then I start slacking again.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because I'm not worried about nothing. And I think that when I'm out of high school, going to the real world, it's going to kick in. It's bound to. I mean, my parents aren't going to be there to help me. So, like you said, it's going to kick in because that's where the fear of consequence comes back in.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't make it, then what? I'm going to be living on the streets homeless, taking Fent?
Yeah.
I don't want that.
You're going to be our scenario that we just talked about.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Mm-hmm.
I want a nice car, nice house, good family. So I think it's bound. It's bound to happen because that's consequence, my biggest fear, right? So kind of what I have to, amount to. Just keep pushing. Lately, I've been making better progress, to be honest, in my real life. Been trying to do a promotion video on my construction
I've been
account
seeing those, yeah.
on TikTok. Try to make there's some promo that I filmed during the summer. Never released it.
How come?
I got lazy. So I got Meta glasses during the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Put them to use. Never dropped the videos. And I think a lot of that has to do with my self-consciousness. I think I've never want to be viewed as somebody corny.
Mm.
Oh, he posts every day. You know? And that's just kind of like my self-consciousness from other people online. I think I've always had that. Like, especially when it comes to my music. Oh, if I'm dropping a promo video every day, though, people are going to think I'm corny. Because a lot of my audience is from my school.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the people that get to my videos the most because they go to my school. So it's like, oh, they're going to view me as corny. And it's like, should I post a video every day? But then Dwayne told me, he was like, fuck him.
That's all
who
it
cares
really
what
is
people
to me,
think?
yeah.
You know? Even though I want to live with that mindset of who cares what people think.
It's the only way you can live true to yourself.
Yeah.
If you're always basing your value off of others, then you're not becoming yourself. You're becoming what others want of you. But that's not what you really want for yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I think it has a lot to do with, on a certain level, I don't care what people think. I could care less.
Mm.
But then when it comes to, I ain't trying to be chopped. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't trying to be chopped. I ain't trying to go to school, like, with the, like, horrendous outfit, you know?
Mm.
Those things is, like, what I tend to be like, oh, what are they going to say about this? What are they going to say about that?
Yeah.
You know? I kind of do care how people view me in a way. But at the same time, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
But it just comes to certain things like that. Oh, what are they going to think of me? So that's why I kind of slowed down. But I've been getting back on the grind because I'm starting to wake up slowly. I have to make it happen.
My only kind of argument against the hunger part of it and the consequence part of it, maybe it's because our brains are built differently, is I think of it back to actually this podcast. Nothing happens if I don't do this. Literally nothing. I actually gain more than lose anything.
Yeah.
I gain more time for myself. I gain more time for school. I gain more time to hang out with, to go out, do random shit.
Yeah.
So like this podcast for me technically does nothing.
Yeah.
Yet I still find myself doing it and making time each week to sit down with someone and post a video.
Well, there you go. That's your hunger.
But
You like doing it.
I like doing it. So why do you not like doing what you do?
I think I'm barely starting to like my dad's business. I think I'm finally understanding how much money there is to make behind it.
So you like the money behind it.
Yeah.
If you like the money behind it, then
I also like what he does, to be honest.
Mhm.
I think on a certain level, I'm a charismatic person, and I can sell a job. I think I can talk to adults. I've always been good with that.
yeah.
I think that's come from, my family. You go into a party, say hi to everybody, no matter what. Shake everybody's hand, even if you know them or you don't. So it's like simple manners that a lot of people don't have these days can be used in the future effectively. Like how my dad does it. My dad just does it on a charismatic level. He's a good person. He can sell a job. And the more details I get, the more I get into it. I think I'm doing good on that half, on listening to my own values. The music is where I get a little messed up, just because I get so much more self-conscious. A comment like, oh, it's ass, somebody calling it ass, somebody doesn't like it, it messes with me. Because I like my music. I think it's good. I think it's better than a lot. But when that hits me, it's like somebody's gonna call fire to a song that I think mine is much more a much better song, but they call his good.
Yeah.
And I've realized this. I've done a few song wars on Discord, and I've lost over and over and over again. And I kind of just realized, oh, but these are people that do song wars a lot, and they make connections in the server. So I kind of just take it to they're voting for him because they know him.
Yeah.
And that's not even like an ego thing. I just know that my music has lyrics. I can make bars, like, like a punch bar. Like, I make stuff rhyme. A lot of these people just be saying stuff. So it also comes to do with delivery, but they're kind of just bad at everything. So I kind of just realized, in order for my music to sound whoa, I have to give up BandLab, and I have to go to a software like Ableton,
You
FL
bought
Studio.
FL, right?
I have FL Studio, but that's like an airplane, dude. I can't use it.
I'm telling you, once you get it down, you get so much freedom with your shit.
But it's just, I don't know. Don't want to get it down. I actually had to, let's just say cancel a membership on FL. And I'm not going to get into detail with that because there is cameras. But, for example, when I come to make music with you, it's easy. You do my mixing for me. You punch me in. And the quality is amazing. For example, there's one song that we made. It's called Come Closer. Soon to be dropped. But that can be a hit. I mean, my cousin was showing it to all his friends, and all of them liked it. Everybody said they'll help promo. I mean, they really want to get that one out there. I just need something to promo before, because I don't want to drop a song that I think can do well to 30 to 40 listeners. That like it. I want it to go big. In order to do that, you have to promo it before you drop it. You know what I mean? But, I mean, I just haven't got no visualizer. I think
that's where you fall short with the promo.
Yeah.
I mean, because I see some of your TikToks, but I'm going to be with you. Those TikToks ain't doing shit.
Yeah.
If someone else came up on my page and if I didn't know them, I would skip right through it. I think you need some more eye-catching and creative things. But that's where the hunger comes in for it.
Yeah.
You like the idea of it, and I think you want it, but I don't think you need it.
Yeah.
And I
Exactly.
I think you're a great artist, man. I mean, you're my favorite to work with because I actually get to punch someone
Yeah.
in. It's better than everyone else who just comes in like, just play it on loop and let me write. I'm like, God damn it.
Like,
It's so boring. But that's why I really love having you in, because then I get to actually listen to it, and it's actually fucking hard.
yeah.
Damn. But I think you have it. I think, dude, if you want it, you just gotta.
But that's like, once again, that's where I get self-conscious with things. Because, yeah, I could upload videos myself where I hop in the caddy and I'm like, doing all the emotes, doing my thing. But it's like, I don't know. Will it give you corny? That's the thing. That's always in the back of my mind. I give you corny.
But why the fuck does it matter if it's corny? What happened? You good?
All right, Chad, we can say it's a bad night. We've missed the parlays.
My God, dude, you gave me a panic attack.
No.
I was like, what is going on?
Parlays missed, though.
Fucking panic, fucking parlays. God.
Whatever.
But why the fuck does it matter if it's corny or not?
Because I care. I don't know.
But in the grand scheme of things, no one's gonna remember that shit.
Yeah.
So why is it so important to you?
Because, like, what people think is, like, that's going to be the audience. So it always matters what people think. Like, when it comes to making music, I would say.
But just because it's the audience doesn't mean that's your audience.
You are right. Yeah, you are. I kind of have to build my own audience first.
Yeah.
Before I start getting self-conscious. But, shit, I don't know. Let's get this topic, man. I don't want to talk about music no more.
Yeah, no, I get you.
I'll get better, though, with that. You're right.
Going back to traditions, do you have any family traditions that kind of just speak out to you? Is there anything like your family does that you kind of want to bring on for your family and your kids?
Like, go into more depth with that. Like, what do you mean?
Well, obviously you have a lot of your Hispanic traditions. Like, I'm guessing you do Christmas on Christmas Eve instead of Christmas Day.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you.
Well, of course, no. I mean, of course, I'm gonna take a lot of that into my children. One of them I could say is I don't know if you know Las Posadas.
No, I don't know that one.
Las Posadas is basically you take 9 days before the 24th, which I'm pretty sure we start the 16th. Don't quote me. 24 minus 16 could be 9. Don't really know, but you start the 16th, and the 9 days that you're Christmas caroling, basically door to door, door to door, which we do. My mom's family friends, because they've been doing it since they got out of high school, I guess. They go door to door to each other's houses, of course. One day we go to this house, one day we go to that house, other friend's house. Mm-hmm. And, Christmas carol, you could call it. And then, we pray. And the next day. And the 9 days resemble the 9 months that Jesus was in Mary's stomach, leading to him being born on Christmas Day. So on Christmas Eve, we have one. Wrap the baby. Take the baby out, of course. And yeah, that's a pretty good tradition that I don't think I'll be able to, take to my kids because I don't think I have enough people to do that with. But, I mean, we'll see in the future. But that's something that I'm going to miss, for sure. Unless they keep doing it and I'll be able to take my kids to theirs, as my mom being a grandma. But I don't know. We'll see how the future goes.
Is there anything you want to leave the people with? Just like, it can be a joke, it could be a philosophical quote, your own philosophy, or something that you learned that you want people to know, or a question that makes them shatter their life view.
If you're not hungry, you ain't getting no money.
I like that one. Thanks for being with me, Lonzo.
Of course.
It was a great one.